Hey gamers, got a family game for you today. Jumanji Stampede, let's check it out. Setup for the game is not as hard as you'd think it would be. You're going to shuffle your little danger deck here, have your danger die here, have your rhino horn tiles with the rhino horn right here. Each player will have their own little player board with these 3 little life bars. You flip them over whenever you get a hit. When you get 3 hits, you're out. But you do have 2 refresh tokens you'll put here. You'll take all of these little tokens here and put them on the icons here around the board. The board snaps in place. There's a little beach puzzle piece thing you put together here. And you put all the little traps in. They actually just stick right in there. There is really no assembly required for this. Once everything's in place, your men start here and you're ready to start the game. And how it works is each person can go 1 to 6 spaces on the board. Whenever they get to one of these little explorer tokens, they can flip it over, and if it is a danger token, you're going to take this up, remove it from the board, and then draw a card. Now these cards can be good cards or they can be bad cards, and it's just luck of the draw here, whatever you get here. But there's good and bad cards. Some of them you have to play now, some you can keep till later on a turn. Very self-explanatory there, very easy to know. Now, what you're trying to do is you're trying to find the 5 jewels on the island and then return them to their sanctuaries here on the corners of the board or the rhino horn on the center. And all the while, after you've done your explorer phase, 1 to 6 moves, you're going to be rolling these die. And whatever symbols show up on these die, that's what you're going to trigger. And all the symbols are here on the board. So there's the snake, there's the elephant boulder, there's the monkey, there's the rhino ball, there's the, I guess that's a cheetah or something, and then over there is the rhino bear ball in here, and all those faces are depicted on each one of these die. So you're rolling these die. This die here moves the villain. The villain is Draven. He'll be right here. He follows this dotted line, and he'll move how many spaces at the end of each player's turn? 1 to 3. Also, there are cards that can move him faster or move him back as well. In fact, whenever he gets hit, he will move back a couple of spaces. But how the game goes is, again, you're going to move 1 to 6 spaces, do your exploration, uncover any items here. So, oh, look at that. I got the gem. Okay, so the rhino horn there. So you'd put this one, or if it's one of the gems, you put it on your player board. And you can give them to other players when you pass by them. So if you just want to hand them off and move them off the board, you can. But you're trying to get all the jewels back to the place. The rhino on the center of the horn like that, which does nothing but just return it there. And once you have all 5 gems, before Draven gets to the top of the mountain, the players win. If he gets there, then the players lose. Or if the players die and they don't have any refresh tokens, they lose. I should mention that once you do get the rhino horn on there, you can get these tiles, you'll shuffle them and give out 4, and then the players can decide. These have just random powers, sometimes one-time abilities, sometimes ongoing abilities, and you will just divide them up among the players and finish the game. And that's how you play it. And just to kind of show you real quick how each one of the mechanisms work, this little cheetah will just jump out like that and shoot out from you from its little cave. The rhino ball will tip over. It can roll this way, and that way. I've seen it roll just different directions here. Of course, the elephant ball can roll down. It's going to roll down this way or this way, sometimes coming down this way. It just depends on how it rolls. The little monkey you're going to flip, and he'll just fly across the board. Sometimes he'll get stuck on here. Just depends on how well you flip him. Of course, the marble metal ball will move around like that. It can go down here or just make its way all the way down that aisle. Just fell off there. And then the snake, you just tip it over and move that down. He spins around, and then you can reset him by just turning him back up and hooking him in one of those branches. And that is Jumanji Stampede. Final thoughts. What do I think about the game? I've been looking at this game for the past year. I'm not much into Jumanji. I watched the old movie, but I wasn't really much about the new movies. In fact, I don't think I've saw the second one they did. Either way, I think that's the only thing this has going against it. Oh, and it's hard to get everything back in the box, but that's it. That's the only negative things about this. This game is incredible. I was shocked. For the price of the game, I thought I was going to be getting like flimsy boards, flimsy tokens, you know, just cheap thin cardboard, cheap chitsy plastic components. No, everything is super nice. I mean, in a way, it's kind of deluxe. The only thing that confuses me, just because the game is so wonderful, the game is absolutely perfect. I wish they would have gotten those little plastic gems. It's just tokens where the gems are, but you could have made just little plastic gems of each one since you're going all out. But that's like a small complaint, because to be honest, everything is, I mean, the cardboard is really thick. The board, the pieces, they're really good components here. It's a really well-made game. And I would say the only thing it has going against it is this. I think people see this, they see Jumanji in big letters, and they think that's the old Jumanji game. And they don't read the Stampede, and they don't look at the picture down here because it's really small, and they don't see what a wonderful game this is. Now, yes, it is in the vein of Fireball Island, which is what attracted me to it. But I could not believe it is so different from Fireball Island just because the traps, and this is obviously for families, even though I would play this with adults, I think, too. It's not that hard to play, but it's just fun. All the chaos, there's one Stampede card that every animal comes out of the box. If you're on the island, you're going to get in trouble. And what I've noticed is the weaker players who are about to get hit, they stay on the beach, like me, where you're probably not going to get hit, but some of the boulders can go onto the beach and knock you over. So I try to hide behind mountains and stuff. But what a fun game. And we've played it 4 times as of this review here, and each time it has been either we've blown away a win and given high fives. Me and my little girls have played this a lot. They love this game, and it's got so much action. My little boy is just enthralled with it right now. He's here looking at it right now like, oh, I gotta play this game. But there's also been times where we barely won. Draven was like right there, 1 step away, and we finished on the last turn and won. Sometimes we'd have an extra power that just moved him back a couple of spaces, and that's the only reason we won. So there's been some close ones. In fact, the first game we played, he almost won, and my girls were so upset, but we won anyway. I was going to cheat and let them win because they were so upset. But I was like, wow, this is a harder game. So yeah, it's not going to be a piece of cake. Now, am I upset? Is the game too easy because I've won all 4 times? No, actually, it's really fun. It's really challenging. When you shuffle the deck, you don't know what you're going to get. And by the way, every time there's an empty space, you're going to draw one of these cards anyway. So the deck keeps on giving, and it's not always pleasurable. It's going to be some nasty stuff in there. But overall, what a beautiful, shocking gem of a game. If you have a family, highly recommend this. Or you have a group of light gamers, maybe. This is just a good one. This is good. I'm sorry, I did not look at the designer. Did they write the designer on this box here? I don't know, but well done. Go get you a job at Restoration Games and pitch to them some Fireball Island expansions, because I love the creativity here. We don't have 3D boards anymore. We don't have the creativity for modern day board games for families. That there's so much thought into this, so much little things that work, that make the island adventurous, that has that old Fireball Island feel, but are all different than Fireball Island. I really thought this was well done. In some cases, this has better quality components than Fireball Island. I'm really blown away by how fun this little game is. Really, I was expecting nothing from this. And I am just shocked. The artwork's beautiful. The pieces are wonderful. The components are top notch. Like I said, I just may buy 4 little colored gems, blue, green, red, and yellow. But the only reason I say that is because the rest of the game is really top shelf. It's really top shelf components. I am shocked. So yes, get this. You got kids, get it. Super fun. Forget the Jumanji. In fact, they shouldn't have called it Jumanji. They should have just called it, I don't know, Rhino Island or Adventure Island or Danger Island, you know, something else. I think more people would have bought it, but I mean, it's just a wonderful game. And sadly, when people just see that big name, they think, oh, that's the regular Jumanji game. It is not. It is amazing. All right, gamers, that's it for now. Until next time, you know what to do. Game on!